Hello viewers, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the program. This is our community lives showing on Channel 31, Melbourne, Australia. And today I'm standing right at the front of the Parliament House in Victoria State, Australia, and there's a protest going on, a peaceful protest. It's a rally. Today, I can tell you, in the program, you will see all what will be happening. Don't blink your eyes.
Particular thank you to those who have been on the organising committee. You know who you are. We're very grateful. We're very grateful to everybody who's promoted this rally on Facebook, social media, and everybody who has helped gather the 45,000 handwritten signatures. Great work. It's a matter for me to introduce our host for today. The pro-life movement gets younger every year, and the host for today, Heidi McIver, who's a former journalist, a former political staffer, and a pro-life advocate from Gippsland. Vince Stefano, advisor to Rachel Jenkins MP, the convener of theology at the pub, and the president of the Young Democratic Labor Party. Heidi and Vince.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on this typical Melbourne day, and boy am I excited to be with you today. Isn't this great, Heidi?
This is really heartening to see so many people here in support of the infant viability bill. We are just really excited that for the first time in almost a decade, we have a real opportunity to turn around the abortion laws in our state. A more humane and compassionate approach to abortion that is in line with community expectations. So this is not a normal rally, this is a history-making day in Victoria.
Absolutely. And friends, it's a great honour for me to introduce our first speaker today, a member of our state parliament who is well admired by us all, I can be sure of that. From the Democratic Labor Party and the author of the Infant Viability Bill, please put your hands together for Dr. Rachel Jenkins.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate how many people have given up their Saturday afternoon to come, and some people have actually given up their entire day to come because you've travelled so far to be here today. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. This is our first attempt at rolling back the laws that were brought in 2008. Our first attempt. It is the first attempt made in Australia to challenge the abortion laws. I think that's worth celebrating today, and you're all gathered here to celebrate that. Unfortunately, here in Victoria, we have led the way in terrible laws around abortion. Tasmania followed our terrible example in 2013, and as we speak, Queensland is seeking to follow the example and move abortion up to birth. Here today, we are sending a message not just to the people behind us in the building behind us who will be voting on this on Wednesday, but we are sending a message to people around Australia that abortion up to birth is not acceptable. It is time for us to talk about this issue in the community. It is time for us to help mothers. And it is time for us to help babies. In 2008, too many MPs ignored women and they ignored babies. But there were some MPs that stood up strongly. And I'd like to acknowledge them here today. I'd like to acknowledge that Peter Kavanagh from the DLP stood up strongly in the House and advocated against those laws. And I want to acknowledge Bernie Finn, who's standing here on the stage with me. Long been an advocate in this area. We need to work together. Doesn't matter what our political party is, we need to be working together to achieve this aim. One party can't do it on its own, but together we can make a difference. I'll just wait for a little bit of quiet. The Infant Viability Bill has a theme that every life deserves a lifetime. Every life. And I want to thank you for coming today and holding up these signs. I really appreciate them. And I appreciate the fact, that's great, hold them up and wave, make a great photo. Every life deserves a lifetime. Yep. Thank you. This Infant Viability Bill is the beginning. It has 3 sections, as everyone here probably already know. Firstly, we're talking about holistic care for women, giving them the comprehensive care that they need when they're in distress, so that abortion does not become the only option that they're offered. Section 2 is about protecting the babies that are born alive. It's about taking a life-affirming approach to all babies. Even if that means that we need to provide palliative care for babies, because we know that not all babies do survive long. But that means that they still deserve life, however short that may be. And the third section of the bill will make it illegal for abortions to be performed after 24 weeks. 24 weeks is a really essential mark. At 24 weeks, a baby is viable. At 24 weeks, it is accepted here in Victoria that they can survive outside the womb. It is time to make a stand for those babies today. It is time to make a stand for motherhood, to not make women feel guilty for being mothers. It's time to stand up and be counted. We are at a point in our history where there are many people who prefer death over supporting women. Where many people support death over respecting true choice. And where many people are supporting death as a quick fix for a problem. Children are not a problem, they're a gift. It is time to give women and fathers the choice that they need, even if they are experiencing a pregnancy full of confusion. It is time to stand with them. If they're in distress, it is time to stand with them and help them to sustain that life that is growing. I want to thank you all for being here today, for showing your support for mothers, for families, and for babies. Every life deserves a lifetime. Thank you.